All right, it has been a while and it's time for an update to see how little progress I've made on the 1179 side quest. So if you care, or if you've been around at all, I am on a quest and it is a quest that I'm in the middle of and currently not progressing much on. But we haven't had an update, so I figured I will give you a very, very quick update today. So why don't you jump on in and let's see how this unhinged chaos is going. Hello, friend and fellow adventurer. My name is Kayla. I am a multi-passionate creative doing all the things and documenting my messy middle so you don't feel so alone in yours. Welcome or welcome back to Sidequests and Sideeyes. This is part Cozy Tavern, part strategy guide, and also mostly unhinged chaos. Around these parts, we hardcore side-eye hustle culture. We go the pace of grace, which is really, really slow, and we celebrate every win, and showering does indeed count. So if you've been here at all, or if you're new here, I started around the end of last year. I think it was like September. And I started calling this the 1179 side quest. And the idea was, hey, if I give my all 100% of doing this content creation, creativity, artistic thing online, if I show up online and really give it my all, can I get to the place where I'm not trying to make $10,000? Like, absolutely, that would be great. But I'm not trying to be this like 10K months, like maybe one day we'll get there, that'd be great, but can I just get to the place where I make enough to cover my rent, right? And that looks like I would love to primarily get my YouTube monetized, which I have a long way to go. And then also just some other digital products that I've created to see if I can get some of those sold, and then also my Patreon. And so I'm slowly, brick by brick, building this online ecosystem that I call the Rooted Guild. And it's going. It's going, but that is what the 1179 side quest is all about. So today, let's go ahead and just jump into the numbers, if you care. If you care, we're going to jump into the numbers, and then I will give you kind of a quick overview of what the next steps are, and then we will shut it down, move on to the next update, which who knows when that will be. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the coin. We're still negative. Negative $277.62. We have not moved at all. We have not made any progress, and you know what? It's okay. 'Tis okay. So let's go ahead and move to YouTube. Last time we checked in, I was at 140 subscribers. I am now at 141, which is kind of a bummer because I was at 144. And so I was super excited to be like, oh my gosh, I'm actually going to have a pretty good update for the next one. And then I lost some subs. So I am at 141 subscribers. I think I lost some subscribers because I did share that I ended up having a kid, and this is not becoming a family blogger channel or anything like that, and I'm not sharing her name or face or anything like that, but yeah, I am a mother now, and I think that there were some people that might have been worried that I was going to go down the family channel vlogger or start talking about motherhood, and certainly because I am a mother, there are going to be times where the subject is breached, but I think that's why I lost some subscribers, and it's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. So we still went up one. We still at least averaged adding one subscriber. Let's go to Instagram. Instagram, I really have not been faithfully posting there, which is probably part of why I have not made any progress whatsoever, but I have lost quite a few followers. So last time we checked in, I was at 1,311, and I am now down to 1,308. I dropped daily, and I have a feeling that part of that is because people are getting off Instagram, and the other part of it is I think that there's just a lot of bots that are being booted, which is great, but also that means I had some bots, clearly. Would love to see that number go up. However, I'm also not really, I haven't been on there much. I would like to be, but I have a newborn, so what are you going to do with that? Substack. Let's go to Substack. Again, have not really posted much in Substack, so Last time we had 138 subscribers, and now we have 139. Hey, look at that. Even when I'm hella inconsistent, I still got one. Yay! All right, let's go to Threads. Threads, I've actually made a little bit more progress. And by a little bit more progress, I mean I've made a tiny bit of progress because I've actually been really enjoying Threads. I've been hanging out. I don't know if you guys are on Threads. Were you there for Bro Cruise? Oh, so much fun. I feel like it's a place where tons of inside jokes, like there are millions of users and somehow I feel like I know all of them. So I've been really digging Threads. I've really enjoyed Threads. So I've been showing up a little bit more there. Not much, but a little bit more. And I think I want to do a little bit more showing up there. But last time I had 314 followers or whatever they're called, and threaders, friends, and I now have 325. So what is that, 11? Is that math? 11. I went up by 11. I'll take it, right? I shall take it. Do Less Sidequests. I've only sold one this whole time. If you would like to increase that number, the Do Less Sidequests is down below, and I'll tell you more about it later. Patreon also has not really shifted at all. It's the same. I have 16 patrons, 13 free, 3 paid. Again, if you would like to see those numbers go up, can feel free to do that. So next is energy. My energy is like, baby girl actually sleeps all the way through the night. She has been since she was 6 weeks old. And even before then, she was sleeping really well. So energy wise, like I actually have a decent bit of energy, but because my time feels very truncated and I'm trying to I have a regular 9 to 5. And then now I have a baby girl who, in this season, it just takes more time. It's a lot of, I don't have as much just spontaneous time lying around. So my energy is meh. It's in the middle because it's not bad. It's just, by the time I get around to ooh, it's time for me, I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired, and I don't resent it. I'm having a ton of fun with her. This season has been fun and joyful. It's just different, and I knew this season would kind of be difficult when it came to being able to get the things done that I wanted to get done. And so we're just kind of accepting that it's just a season and pace of grace. Remember, my capacity is pretty low. Actually, my capacity is pretty low because even though the easiest part of this newborn stage is actually my daughter because she is a champ and super easygoing, I did lose my best friend at the beginning of the year, and work has been a little bit chaotic, and I've felt a little lost figuring out my version of motherhood and how I'm going to show up. And so, yeah, my capacity is is pretty much non-existent, which makes it a little difficult, and that's okay. Community encounters. I haven't really had many. I have had some really sweet comments here and there, and I know they'll still come in, so I gotta hunt those down. But not many community encounters, but I also have not really showed up. So Sidequest status, we're the same. Have we gone backwards? I don't know. I feel like maybe I just leave that bar empty for now because we're not doing too much, to be honest. But if you are watching this, you could help me increase any of those numbers. You can choose which one. You would like to help me increase. Obviously, I would like to monetize YouTube so that I could just get in this economy, make a little extra money so that I can cover some rent, maybe some groceries, maybe some gas. I'm not talking about a Euro trip, although that would be great. I honestly would just like to make a little bit more money. So if you would like to subscribe and like this video, that would be wonderful. Maybe throw a little comment. Let me know which of these numbers you're increasing and helping me. But anywho's, Do Less Sidequests. I told you I would tell you a little bit more about this. If you haven't heard about this before, my Do Less Sidequests is a 7-day self-paced adventure. It's you're the main character, and there's this little story that I wrote. I think it's cute, and it's all about radical acceptance, finding that maybe you don't like where you're at, maybe you're in the messy middle, and you don't really like your circumstances and you don't really like the hand that has been dealt you currently, but you're like, hey, I'm still showing up. I want to quit, but I'm not going to quit. And so I've got to find a way forward. This side quest is for you. It's a little bit deeper. It takes a little bit more commitment because it is 7 days. Now you can take as long as you want, but it does push, it does push you a little bit on the limits of some introspection. There are some disrespectful questions. Forgive me in advance. And I don't mean like actually disrespectful. I mean disrespectful in that it's going to make you look in a mirror and kind of say, ooh, okay, I've been pretending this is fine and it's not fine. So if you're interested in the Do Less Side Quest, that is down below. And I would love to hear if you go on that side quest, please let me know if you like it. If there's something you would change, if it was helpful, not helpful, if you're like, hey, I want my money back. I mean, I would give you your money back. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I just don't have that much money. So don't do it because you're being mean, please. Oh, yes. Okay. So next steps, like what am I doing right now on this side quest? I'm still on this, like the main side quest, right? 1179 side quest. And like any good cozy gamer, you have like 10,000 side quests going on at one time, right? So I have this main overarching goal for the whole year, my 1179 side quest. My hope and goal is this is the year that I self-publish my book, the first part in my fantasy duology, Wrought in Iron. That is my goal. That is what I'm praying for. That is what I'm believing for. So I kind of have this overarching 1179 side quest, which is, can I pay my rent by, being a full-time entrepreneur, creativepreneur, soulpreneur, whatever you want to call it. And then I have all these kind of like smaller side quests that kind of funnel into this larger side quest. So right now, my kind of side quest that funnels into this larger side quest is I'm making 100 videos on YouTube until I figure out what the heck that I am doing. If you want to see the video where I talk a little bit more about that, I will put it somewhere here. But basically, it's all about, I'm focusing on quantity over quality, getting those reps in, trying to show up as much as possible to figure out, what's my audience, what's my vibe, how do I show up here, what's working, what's not working, what do I enjoy, what do I not enjoy, and try to figure it out. And hopefully you will help me figure it out as well by showing up and hopefully not yelling at me in the comments, but letting me know what you think. And yeah, I would love for you to continue to follow along on this side quest. Please, down below, let me know if you are following, if you're gonna follow, what your thoughts are. Do you have kind of a side quest like this for the year that you're hoping? Because I don't know if you've looked around, but it kind of is a dumpster fire. So I get it if you're trying to, I never wanted to do a side hustle. I never really believed in side hustles, but here we are trying to monetize some of my hobbies, which again, I didn't really want to monetize my hobbies, and I don't monetize all of them, but some of them, I'm trying to monetize some of them because, bills. So that is all I have for you today. I can't believe I think I actually got through that without having to edit this video at all, and I think I'm just going to let it be. I don't think I am going to try to perfect this. So we're at the end of the video, which means I want to come to you and say, if you have not heard this recently, or maybe you haven't heard this at all, I want you to know that I am proud of you, and I think that your life is worth getting back up for. I'll talk to you later. See you, friend. Bye.